Okay. So let's go. So today we have the pleasure to have AJ with us to see what is going on Forged Cup. So AJ, once again, it's a pleasure to have you here with my guys that are off, but we are here to look at this meta. Uh, tell me, tell me something about you that you wanted to say. The channel today is yours, so man, do whatever you want.
I appreciate it. I should probably actually do a basic intro. I have no idea who actually knows me on here. I have no idea what my fame level is. I just appreciate being asked to do this. Um, but yeah, for anyone who doesn't know who I am AJ, aka Final Boss AJ, the final boss of the Girls of PvP server, and the usual go-to person for shoutcasting Gym Breakers semifinals.
Yeah.
Um, for that stuff. Finals, I haven't gotten the call up yet. I probably could have done this month, but I had a concert. But yeah, and I'm over on Twitch at Final Boss AJ, where I just do random GBL stuff, and I don't know if I'm gonna do console stuff again, but usually Pokemon Go content, and I've gotten pretty good at it. So I'm here. I'm here to offer what I know, and I appreciate you, Root, bringing me on. And yeah, Forge Cup looks very interesting and very diverse. Which I don't know if you did Obsidian, but
Yeah.
Obsidian.
I think most of metas this season were kind of close. I think Sylph is trying to get away from the Chizels and level 50. So
Mm,
yeah, we kind of need to open more meta because most people that are new on PvP get like on the Obsidian and see, oh man, Wormadam, oh man, Vigoroth, okay. And if they don't have like Wormadam, oh my god, team building.
yeah.
Uh, and yeah, it's kind of hard to make a meta that is kind of close and kind of push up for RPS. And Forged Cup doesn't seem like that way, at least at the start. We already
Mm.
know at the middle, people are like, I am going to use these three Pokemons because are the better on the general meta, but yeah,
Mm.
your ideas about this one? Do you
I
think will be a fun one or?
I do, and I've done a little bit of testing. I've done a few practice tournaments so far just to try and figure out what I want to do and
Okay.
how I want to adjust to this meta that Sylpha's brought for June. I know it's like standard cliffhanger. If you've done that in the past with the points based system, you're familiar with it. But the bans, banning dragons, banning steels, banning darks, which I think we've all seen enough dark and steel types
Yeah.
this season, so I'm very cool with that. And then just banning an entire region, just like no Hoenn Pokemon. We're done with Hoenn. No Swampert, no Medicham, no Manectric, whatever. Nothing from Hoenn.
Poor
Um,
one people. Poor.
exactly. No Walrein, no Dusclops, no Banette. Your ghost types are not welcome here. Um, it just really opens it up and gets people thinking outside of that standard mindset,
Yeah.
and some of the mons we're seeing emerge already kind of speak to that, including some of the newer mons getting a chance to show their stuff already in this Forge Cup meta.
Yeah, it seems really the way that this meta is going to be built. Uh, Also, have the point system, like you said, will make the team builder kind of tricky for new people
Mm.
because they have to think about what they want, what they probably going to see more. Because the points, man, if you get mods that are expensive with points, probably the rest of the team will be well, not coverage pretty well.
Mm.
We did a graphic thanks to Red in this meta. It's kind of hard to make a graphic on a more open meta. We decided to make two first groups that are the most important now, since the darks are banned. We choose here the psychics and the ghost types, like you said, Saiso and Argon. What do you think about these ones? Do you think there is any pick that show off more? What are your ideas on this?
Well, first of all, it really, really sucks that Frostlass is an 8 pointer because I know we were talking about this off stream, Rue,
Yeah,
just how we kind of attack team building, and both you and I have a favorite Pokemon that we
yeah,
like to go to start. And a lot of times when I go into a meta, it's like, all right, how can I build around Frostlass? Because she is my favorite. If you're regular on my stream,
yeah,
my girl's always watching. She's always with me for every battle, no matter if she's on the team or not. Um, but because she's an 8 pointer, a lot of these 8 pointers are essentially priced out of people's teams because you want to try and have balance in a meta as diverse as this. Um, and one of the best choices is already on the screen here. And if you were given the Alola event a pass, you might have a little bit of regret because Orangaroo is looking really, really strong here. You see on the graphic here, it's a confusion user, but it resists ghosts
yeah,
with that normal typing, and that is so huge with Kaffa Grigus, with Frostlass, with Trevenant, with Jellicent, all being expensive choices. Having something that nullifies them is huge and really sets you up for a lot of success when you can take out an opposing player's ace like that. So Orangaroo gets to do a lot for you in this meta.
yeah. Probably going to be one of top picks there. There are also new that I talk off stream. I just love new because the moveset is so wild. Uh, Probably going to have a few room also. But yeah, Frostos be a 8 point is kind of tricky to build the rest of the team with the points left. Uh, but
Yeah,
I am
and
sure you're going to do that some way. Maybe
yeah.
asking half points on Frostless because it's for you.
Please,
Something.
please give Frostlass a discount.
Uh,
Um,
but
but uh, but yeah, Mew's right in that fun zone, that 4 point zone. Where yeah, if you just need like a Swiss Army knife that can alter itself to do whatever your team needs, Mew is always a great choice.
yeah,
We saw Mew in Venture last year. I used Mew in my team there, and like I was baby self at that point. I think I only had like 3 months under my belt when it's like, oh, here's regionals, go do that. Um,
be welcome.
and thank you. I was still learning, but I used my Mew. I got it on the moveset and basically have never left that moveset because I'm so terrified of going TM roulette
Yeah,
on my Mew. Um, but yeah, when you're building a team, having versatility in this kind of meta is key. And when you have a Mew that gives you that versatility, and the Shadow Claw, which is a popular fast Mew choice, does a lot of damage to both Psychics and Ghosts, which makes it a really nice counter for this first group.
yeah. Now we'll add more picks there. The normal
Oh yeah.
types, the the sticky boys. So we have Leaky Tongue, a normal
uh,
one that had been around licking people. Uh, what do you think? Normal type
uh,
probably will be around because ghosts, confusion
yeah.
users. So
And I am very jealous of anyone who has a lick of tongue. I'm still working on getting my licky up to speed, but it is a long, arduous walking process to
yeah,
actually have a lick of tongue ready to go. But when we talk about points and you said like like
Yeah,
a lot of these higher tier Pokemon locked into the 8-point slot. Lickitun's probably going to be the most popular choice if people are willing to put the points into that 8 slot. Lickitung just so versatile with its bulk. We've seen it on tons of regional streams the past couple months. Just for its ability to get shield advantage very easily with that body slam spam, with the power whip for some of the tankier water options. Like you're not, Azumarill's available in this cup, but you're not seeing anyone talk about Azumarill because Lickitun's available and
yeah,
Lickitung beats Azumarill. So it's a very popular go-to pick there.
yeah. Kind of expensive on terms to build, but yeah, if you have one, probably going to run it. And like you said, already been in other matters. Leaky Tongue was uh, a good boy. Probably
It's solid.
it's solid,
Like
solid pick. Gradient also is
mm,
a good pick. Not as good like Leaky Tongue, but uh, probably less expensive. So uh,
well, the thing Greedon has going for it is being able to hit those ghost and psychic types a little harder than Lickitung. Like Lickitun's relying on the lick damage adding up. Greedon can go for crunch and really put the hurt on those psychics and those ghosts
yeah,
if unchecked. And Bullet Seed just generates that energy so quickly. Greedon's able to get to moves at points when trainers don't even consider it out of move. So
yeah,
Greedon's another very popular choice, and if we actually look at the Sylph stats so far, it's very early. I mean, we have a couple days
yeah. 3 days,
to
3 days on.
to yeah to look at it. But Greedon, number 2 pick right now, for most commonly seen on teams at the moment, behind the aforementioned Oranguru, who
Yeah,
is running away with that title.
yeah, and probably keeping.
Oh
This
yeah.
point, yeah, probably keeping because, like you said, is a good one, not expensive one, and
Hmm.
most people already probably got one to build, and probably going to build
I
one for this meta.
I actually caught one at 1500 and was like, yeah, I might as well just use that this year.
Seems good.
Is I just have to double move it. Might as well. Let's go. Let's go,
Yeah,
monkey.
EV, doesn't matter. For me, it doesn't matter. I use random EVs. Probably most people are going to look for my Pokemon PvP and say, What the fuck this guy is using?" But yeah, I just love to use like 100% EV. It's good. It's near to the Great League. Okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, good enough. I got a lantern at 499, 14.99. I'm like, yeah, that's probably good enough. I
Yeah,
checked it like, oh, it's actually rank 10. Oh, that's even better then.
yeah,
Cool.
but this was rank higher. It's good. No expensive. Yeah, yeah. This one
Yeah,
is good. So in the next group we have to add the fighters to counter
yeah.
the normal types, but losing to the confusion users and the ghosts. Uh,
Mm,
Heracross was on last meta, so
yeah.
probably
I you might you Heracross is going to be on people's minds there. What I love about all those Pokemon that just came up, Rui, they all pick the ever loving crap out of Chansey, and just let me talk to the audience right quick. If you bring Chansey into this meta, you're a monster, plain and simple. We're all here to have fun. No one wants to be in a battle for 2 minutes against Chansey, so just consider that.
yeah.
Consider that when you're making your team. It's an 8-pointer. You don't need to build around Chelsea.
Yeah, that remind me the last cup Wormadam versus Wormadam was like,
uh,
oh my god, when this going to end?
so
But
fun to call. So fun to call. Like I don't know if you heard me on the stream, just being like, well, here we go. Here's Wormadam Mirror again. Let's talk about Forge. Might as well.
yeah,
We're gonna be here for a few minutes.
yeah,
Um,
it's like Chelsea.
between between that mirror and then the Umbreon mirror in Obsidian, there were some drag out fights this
uh,
year.
some minutes to get refresh, get water, to
Yeah,
see what is going
exactly.
outside, and come back and still to get the last charge move or something like that. So in the fighters, what do you think about this one? There is any pick that you like more or
I think one of the sneakiest picks you're going to see on a lot of rosters is Primate.
yeah,
and and Primate just another very versatile mon. It has Ice Punch, it has Close Combat, and it has Night Slash. And Surfetched has this as well. Um, and I think Surfetched might actually be a 2 point as well. But for people trying to fill out those 2 point slots, and you wouldn't think a counter user, a fighting user, is going to be as important in this meta with no dark types and no steel types. That's two of its big targets taking out. But counter is such a good move, and it lets these Pokemon spam Night Slashes, spam Leaf Blades, get up to that close combat to really put the pressure on an opponent to shield. I think you're going to see a lot of counter users. I think this is a big target group to draw from. And all those mods you have on screen there, bro,
yeah.
all very cheap, all very easily slotted into a team. I think Heracross, yeah, Heracross is a 1 pointer. So if you're looking for a cheap, I even ran Hitmonchan in one of my practice cups, just to again try and get that variety of punches. Didn't work as well as I'd like. So, but if you're looking for a 1 point counter user, you've got plenty of choices there. Lycanroc, another one of those new ones with the Psychic Fangs being able to debuff and make those counters hurt more. Um, it's a very versatile group in what it can attack, and even the ghosts have to worry with those Night Slashes. So I like Primate, I like Surfetched a lot.
Yeah, you also when you talk about Heracross, you could also run it with Mega Horn for the psychic types. So
Yeah,
yeah, it could be
some
a good part.
someone dares bring Cresselia in here.
And Mega Horn is going. Yeah, yeah. No, but yeah, Primate probably is going to be a good pick with Night Slash and Close Combat. And probably
Mm.
people already have one build from somewhere in this meta this
And,
season.
and
There was
Primate's the
something.
star of Primate's the star of Go Battle Day as well. So if you want one with Cross Chop, you have a chance to do it
Yeah,
very soon.
yeah, yeah. In the next group we have the only the Bear.
The single group. Bewear deserves its own group.
Yeah. It's it's just for it. So, uh,
Yeah,
what do you think
I,
about the
I
poor
like
bear?
Bewear. I did a stream with it right after the community day. Actually, I got a shiny one that I evolved to like 14.99. I'm like, yeah, let's get the shiny in here. Um, its community day move is bad. You do not want to run Drain Punch at all because just it doesn't save it in Great League. It might have more use in the higher leagues, but down here, Bewear is too flimsy to make use of that defense buff.
Yeah,
But it can still do a lot of damage. It has superpower, which everyone knows a great versatile move to be able to throw at anything. So it can take on those normals, resisting the lick damage as well from Lickitung and Snorlax. And then you can either run Stomp for a more general move, or if you really want to get frisky, you can go Payback and really hurt those Ghost types or those Psychic types that decide to swap into Bewear. And with the Dark types ban, Dark damage is at a premium. It's why you've seen Greedent very
yeah,
popular because it has Crunch. Cuffagrigus is probably going to be running Dark Pulse most of the time anyway,
yeah,
but it just has that more value. Oranguru has Foul Play. That's why it's very popular. So people are going to be looking for dark types, and if you don't have any of those previously mentioned mons, but where's not a bad option. It folds to confusion very quickly. but if you give it a little bit of a running start, you can put the hurt on a lot of popular targets in the meta, especially since people are focusing on normal types with Orangaroo and Greedent going to be out here a lot. So
Yeah,
Bewear's a nice budget option if you're looking for a 1 point Pokemon.
yeah, yeah. In the next one, after the bear, we have the poisons. Uh, Also in this meta, Nidoqueen is back. Uh, so uh,
She's back, but she's in trouble against all these psychics and
yeah,
ghosts.
there is the problem with the the psychics. But what do you think about the poison and the bugs? Because there is Beedrill and Scolipede there. So
I will say I do love Beedrill. Beedrill was my MVP of Firefly. Shadow Beedrill just caught so many people off guard. Like we're relying on like Drapion, and Galvantula, and it was able to just slide in there with those X scissors right ahead of them and do a ton of damage. So I do like Beedrill a lot. 4 points is a bit much for it. I don't know if it's worth in a meta that as we're seeing it coalesce a little bit, Beedrill's targets aren't as great as some of the other mons. It has great coverage with the X Scissor, with the Drill Run. You can even run Sludge Bomb on it if you want. With no steel types in the meta to resist that poison damage, but um, I don't know. If you're asking me to bring them on from that group, um, again, I'm looking at. Uh, I'm not looking at Nidoqueen. I'll be honest.
yeah,
At 8 points, I again without the steel types to go after with that Earth power, um, I don't know how much she can do at the cost of balance.
yeah, yeah,
So again, you're kind of walking this tightrope in building your teams, but I yeah, I don't think I go Nidoqueen. I think out of that group, you're gonna see Kanto Muck the most, a 1 point value, who again has access to dark moves with that Dark Pulse. So you're going to see Muck on a lot of teams as that budget option to give some electric coverage with Thunder Punch and to threaten that Dark Pulse against the ghosts, against the psychics.
yeah, yeah. Seems a way better pick and 1 point. Yeah, and they have
Mm,
access to dark pulse. Like you said, dark moves in this meta are way too important to have. So yeah.
yeah. Yeah, like if we're just starting to team build as we're going for Hero, that's not a bad core. If you can't resist the Siren Call and want to pick Frostlass, say as your 8 point, pairing it with something that can take down its opponents is crucial to protect that investment.
Yeah,
And Muck with its coverage can do a lot against opposing ghosts, which Frostlass does have a problem with, especially a Alolan Marowak, who again another actually Alolan Marowak's only a 4, so you do have to be ready for Alolan Marowak because that 4 gets it onto a lot more teams, and with the Shadow variant out, that's dangerous. That's why you're not seeing a lot of Frostlass or Trevenant being
yeah,
selected. Um, but yeah, Muck being able to go at those ghosts that Frostlass can't makes it a valuable partner uh, for the Lady of the Snows. So that's the sort of thing you want to start thinking of when you're team building here. If I'm going to make that high point investment, I need to surround her with bodyguards essentially.
yeah.
So
In the next one, we have the this one was the main because now we have the like you said the bodyguards. We put some ice
my
he-
favorite group.
here. Frostless is already on the top because I know you love her. So,
It's all right. I got one
oh,
for this group too.
okay. So Lapras is here also. So, uh, what do you think?
Yeah.
Lapras, Lapras on this method.
Lapras is a very popular pick in this meta. I've seen a lot of Lapras on practice teams. The bulk is a big thing. With a lot of the bulk in this meta locked in the 8-point tier, people are looking elsewhere to try and find just Pokemon that can take a hit. And Lapras is one of the best at it. Just such high defense, high stamina. It's very consistent for ice shards to a surf. If you really want to run water gun, you can, and there may be a case for it depending on what your team needs. So again, a little
Yeah.
bit of versatility there with Lapras. Um, and then Dugong as well in that tier, also water ice type, but offering the debuffs with the icy wind, getting those attack drops can flip a lot of matchups for you. So I will always make the case for an ice type to be on a team. I mean, anyone who's battled me knows I will almost never not have an ice type. I mean, I'm the girl who ran Avalugg and Guardian just because it was literally the only ice type available.
Okay.
Um,
Uh,
but
okay.
but but with Obama Snow and Ninetales being higher points and not really offering a lot defensively, Lapras and Dugong are going to be more popular ice choices, and even Piloswine as well. As we talk about budget options, if you have a Piloswine ready, you get that ice damage like from Lapras, but you get the additional benefits of the ground typing to give you resistance against electric damage in a meta where, you will run into someone who's like, I have a Pachirisu, I'm going to use Pachirisu. Like, cool, good for you, awesome. But,
Bye bye,
um,
Pashiris. Poor Pashiris. uh, in the next one, oh my god, we don't have Pashirizu yet, but we have the flying types ones.
mm,
We Noctowl, Articuno, Garage, Drifloon, Pidgeot, and Zapch.
yeah,
Uh,
Noctowl's so popular
yeah,
right now.
and
Going
Shadow
back
Ball.
to the going back to what we referenced in the early data that we're getting from Self, Noctowl is number 3, Pidgeot is number 5. So people are putting value on flying types early, and you look at the way some things are shaking out, especially those normal flying types that offer that resistance profile against the ghosts. Noctowl being able to hit psychics and ghosts super effective with Shadow Ball makes it a very tempting pick.
Yeah,
Um, and it also has the bulk, which as I said, a lot of people are looking for just to have that defensive presence. The only thing with Noctowl is it's still a little weak on attack, so you are gonna have to try and build up energy. You are gonna have to try and threaten with Sky Attack, with Shadow Ball to get wins out of Noctowl, as opposed to just soaking energy on Noctowl. Which, I mean, granted, you match it up against someone who decided to bring Trevenant. I mean, that is your battle one right there.
yeah,
You just get so much off
yeah,
that tree. Um, and yeah, we've seen with the legendary birds being available, obviously you needed to save them from the boxes, and if you did, you are smarter than me, and had
and me, and
had
me.
the benefit of foresight. I mean, I by the time I started doing PvP, they were long gone from boxes, but again, um, Articuno and Zapdos offer ice type damage, electric type damage that's going to be at a premium. And one we don't have on there, and that people might have had more recent access to, is Lugia, which
Okay.
there's
Yeah,
not a lot of dragon damage available. If you want to run Dragon Tail on your Lugia, you can do that. But again, a lot of bulk there.
yeah,
So if you're looking for a damage sponge, Lugia is there as an option. Um, I don't know if I'd recommend it. I haven't tried it in a practice cup yet, but I mean, it's again, it's about keeping your options open and being able to get the most coverage out of your team.
yeah. It's true. Lugia with Dragon Tail, yeah. He's a
Mm.
good pick. I didn't even think about Lugia. Because I don't have a Lugia, so yeah.
So
Why
I
think
got the
about it?
I got the shadow, so I do have one that's small enough finally after I don't know how many attempts to try and trade for one. Which I mean, Tapu Fini now being the trade target just has me like, oh my god, here we go. Um,
Another journey. Once again.
yeah, I know, bro. I
It's
going down
normal.
the only road I've ever known.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you're looking for the option, and then you do have a really nice budget option there in Gyarados that um with a lot of electric damage being put at a premium, Gyarados can sneak under some radars. Like I think we're gonna see as we get more into the graphic, we're gonna see more of those electric types coming up.
Uh,
But
yeah, probably
if someone's not
Pachirisu.
bringing it,
Probably Pachirisu is around. Yeah, Pachirisu is around. Sorry. I had to bring
Apache's
to.
around, Scooter, like
Uh,
yeah,
was
there's a
waiting,
lot.
was waiting. Then is a more friendly mouse if you
I was
think
about to
about it.
say there's our
So in the electrics, what do you think? Calvantla, have some room, probably. Uh,
I mean, it's always a popular choice to Spooter just for that consistency. I mentioned a Alolan Graveler. Uh, I I think a Alolan Graveler is going to be a popular choice, and a Alolan Golem to an extent. Just being off across the board. Obviously, you don't want it matched up against a fighter,
yeah,
even a Poliwrath.
yeah,
Poliwrath just kind of chews through it. Um, but just being able to offer that attack profile is very valuable when you're building a team. Just because you don't have a lot of it, that you don't have a lot of options that combine those two,
yeah,
and those two are really nice options to have together. Um, and then Luxray is another sneaky pick out of the electrics, just for that ability to quickly get up to Wild Charge and play kind of the Pidgeot bait game with Psychic Fangs.
yeah,
And you see those poisons and those fightings, none of them want to take Psychic Fangs. So if you can manage to get Luxray in a position, it can be a really hard sweeper in the back to overcome. But Luxray is paper.
yeah.
So
So after Pachirisu, we don't want to mess with Pachirisu. We bring some grass to the graphic. Uh, what do you think? Grass will be important here. Kind of group people will skip because
see,
there is not much water to kill
there there
till now.
isn't, but um see, I don't know if I want to give this away, bro. I mean, I know this is my first time on here, but I can't give all my secrets away. But
Uh,
I'm all right.
just one,
I'll
just
do
one,
this one.
just one
All right, all right.
for
This is my
memories.
one. I love Lurantis. I think Lurantis is going to do some damage, and I have Lurantis on every single team that
Okay,
I'm running
okay.
because she just offers a coverage profile. It is a little limited in what it can do. It can't hit poison, it can't hit flying, and it can't hit fire very well. But it's just so spammy, and it is like I said, you're gonna see a lot of Oranguru. Lurantis decks Oranguru very quickly. Those Fury Cutters add up so quickly, and is able to just spam Leaf Blade, spam Superpower before an opponent can blink. And it makes her incredibly fun to use, and I'm really excited to do damage with Lurantis. Like, if you've been watching my stream, I've been doing damage with her on stream in open GBL. And like I said, I almost like, can you put Galarian Stunfisk in this meta so I can just wreck its night with Lurantis? Because I just love what she's able to do, and she's a 2 point pick,
Yeah,
so she's very affordable. If you got a good Fomantis during the Alola season, I love her. She's not for everyone. She's a very a very technique-based Pokemon. You have to be very good with your energy management, very good with your timing on charge moves. But if you get the practice in with her, she can do so much work for a team, and I love her for that, and that's why I cannot wait to bring her into Forge, just to do damage.
Just if Frostless don't, it will be not a star. At least this one will be a star. Okay, okay. Seems a good deal.
Oh,
Seems a
Rue,
good
I
deal.
was running both. I was running both in
Oh,
Open
okay, okay, both.
GL.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. It seems great. Now we have the waters. Uh,
yeah,
that don't like much what you said before, but they are here also. Uh, what do you think will be the choices? We already talked about Azumarill is not on most teams, uh,
mm,
but probably some people will bring Azumarill just because it's Azumarill.
yeah.
Uh,
I mean, there's gonna be that person, but
yeah,
there's also gonna be that person to bring out Araquanid as well. Figured out how to go around it, and again, for an 8-point Pokemon, you're looking for staying power and you're looking for versatility.
yeah,
Araquanid has a lot of staying power. Its defense is so high, um, but it is reliant on bug damage, and there's a lot that can resist bug damage. Flying resists it. Fairies resist bug damage unless you match up against one of those sites. Like, it will wreck Cresselia's day. It will wreck Orangaru's day.
yeah,
But again, it's very narrow in what it can do. I think you're still going to see people pick it, or as we mentioned, if they got a Tapu Fini in a trade, then they might go with Tapu Fini
yeah,
in that 8-point slot and try and play defense around it. Um, but the you'll be able to find a water option that works for you and what you need to bring to the table, like Politoed. Fallen by the wayside a little bit, but can still spam like crazy for a 4-point option.
yeah,
Um, Quagsire, you got on there. Mudboy for 2 stars. If you can't fit a 2-star in, there's Gastro for 1 point that can fill your Mudboy needs. We've already seen Gyarados on there. You want a poison type but don't want to run Muck? Pentacruel is a 1-point option that offers Poison Jab and Acid Spray play. Um, like there's just so many choices in that
yeah,
water slot that you're not gonna go wrong. And Samurott on there has been one of the most consistently picked one. Again, the hit those psychic types for super effective damage and just spamming Hydro Cannon. It made it really good back in Glacial, and it's set to have a resurgence here.
yeah, yeah. Samurott is pretty good. Not bulky, but yeah, pretty solid with hydro cannons and mega horns. I'm not sure if
Mm.
there is any group left. Okay, there is the five
We
one.
have one.
Yeah, yeah, the 5-1. Oh my god, I already forgot the fire. Okay, yeah,
Oh,
it's normal.
I'm,
It's
I'm
normal.
I mean, I'm an ice type trainer. I'm fine if you forget fire.
Yeah, yeah, it's normal. I didn't eat that gym. I stopped in water. It was okay for me. So the fire. What do you think? Anything in special
I
in fire?
I I think we're gonna see a lot of Ninetales. Again, I don't know if you saw the Vancouver regionals, Rue, but
Saw parts of
Cindy,
it, cause
yeah, Cindy rolled through Vancouver rocking that Shadow Ember Kanto Ninetales, and I in these early days of Go Battle League, I've seen a distinct uptick in Ninetales. People trying to be like, oh, why am I not running Ninetales? Um, so I as a 4-point option, Ninetales is proving to be very popular just for that damage output. A lot of people going Shadow Ninetales and being able to put the Horde on with Fire Spin, or or if you TM'd it to Ember, you can put it on Ember. But with Talonflame locked away as an 8-pointer, Ninetales in as a budget 4-pointer, is giving that same damage output with flexibility as well, not being locked into that 5-turn Incinerate fast move and being able to spam Weather Balls. So Ninetales is another very popular pick that should get a lot of consideration on teams.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about that. Like you said, Ninetales. Yeah, overeat. Ouch. It hurts. In something even resisted. Overeat is just. Oh my god.
I've almost taken out a Shadow Swampert with Overheat.
Yeah. The damage, man. Yeah. Uh, I was just thinking about the battles I had. I took over it like, yeah, it doesn't kill. Yeah, doesn't kill. Yeah, doesn't kill.
Like I think Overheat, when I was using it in Brawler, and I got matched up with a Diggersby, and I think I almost managed to win that matchup. Overheat did like 60% of Diggersby's health.
Yeah,
And, and it just got one mud shot in and took me out. But
yeah, but over it is just such a good move. Yeah. So yeah, Ninetales probably is a top pick for fire. I don't think he's missing something here on the graphic. So
um
uh,
I think there's one type we do have to mention that wasn't on the graphic, and that is fairy. We
okay,
didn't we
didn't
didn't
talk about.
really no, we didn't look at
Yeah, we
fairy, and
didn't look to Fairy.
you know there's gonna be people running charm, like
Yeah,
because
double charm
people
probably.
yeah.
People
So
like JBL like double charm teams. A red
yeah.
probably doesn't like much charm.
Mm,
Uh,
like
so
you're still probably gonna see it because people like I don't know, I'll throw a charmer on there. Like you're not gonna see the 4-point charm options like Clefable. Wigglytuff you might see as a counter to Ghost just with that normal typing. Um and then Granbull I don't think you're gonna see from the 4-pointers, but those 2-point options people might say like, yeah, 2 points for a Slurpuff, 2 points for a Whimsicott might be an option to fill out their team if they're just looking for something with consistent damage.
yeah,
Um, so you know that is why if you're building a team, I know we didn't big up Poison a lot, but that is the big check that Poison has is being able to deal with those charmers, um, and that in tandem with fire makes for a very nice defense. So don't let yourself get potentially bullied by a charm hole.
by
Make
a
sure you
charm.
have either a poison or a fighter in play.
Yeah. Probably that was why Red missed the fairies because no one's basically like fairies. Uh, so AJ, I don't know if you want to something to this Gaia meta. To all the viewers, any suggestions, any ideas to team build in these calculations with points and all that stuff. Because yeah, like you said, there is a few nice picks and good ones and expensive ones, and people have to balance teams. So I don't know, just just say something that you
I'm
want
again.
to.
I gave y'all Levantis. I'm not going to give away all my secrets. I still need
Okay,
to bump
okay,
my ranking up a little bit here.
okay.
But um yeah, this is a meta that is a balancing act. A lot of these point metas are like that. Um, and like I said, you're basically of two schools of thought. You either invest in an 8-point option and then build around that, build defenses around that, so that Pokemon can come in and have success, or you go for coverage. You go for those 2 4-point types. You focus on the 2-point mons and try and build your team out from there. And it's really a matter of what you're comfortable with. If you are like using Trevenant in every match in GBL, if you're using a Azumarill in every match in GBL, then yeah, you build on that because that's the Pokemon you have the experience with, that you know its matchups with. and if you're doing that with Chansey, again, you're a monster, and I'm just gonna keep repeating that. But um, but yeah, if you're coming down to it, just make sure you get your coverage, you get those in place, because that's going to be the big thing. The team that can handle the most versatile threats is going to have the most success in Forge. So if you get your main bases covered, if you have a Kanto Ninetales on your team, and then you have something to deal with water, like Lurantis. And then again, with Oranguru being so popular, something to deal with that is going to be important. So have a Pokemon that can threaten dark damage, that can threaten even an X Scissor. Um, one Pokemon we didn't actually mention that wouldn't be too bad at that if given a little head start. Ariados got all that
Oh,
bug
yes.
damage
Okay.
as a 2-pointer. So Crustle, I hate Crustle. We didn't
Yeah,
mention it, but Crustle's there. Um,
please.
just make sure you're aware of the big threats in the meta that you can handle, and make sure you have variety in your team. Because again, if you build a Pokemon that you're like, oh well, I got Ninetales on my team, and I got Luxray, and I'm ready to go. And then someone brings Unova Stunfisk, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So just make sure you have your bases covered, and you should be all right in this meta.
Yeah, and don't bring Chansey. Like you said,
Don't bring Chansey.
is the part we have to refer again because it's important. Don't bring Chansey.
PSA, don't bring Chansey.
Yeah. Yeah. So AJ, for my part and Team Rocky, who we are a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much to have time to make this happen. Like always in these videos, I let you the people that join us to say goodbye to our viewers and say whatever you want to people follow you, to people show you love to the finals on Gym Breakers. Someday I hope Portugal gets there again because we only won the Division B the first time. So
I mean, I'm on Canada B. I haven't tasted it either, but we got close. We got close in the Nemesis, I think. No, it was before that. We got like a 1B final, so we're not Canada B not doing as well. Canada A just made the A final, so I mean they're doing all right, but they
well,
don't need me.
it's not important. Important is that we have time to get there. But
Sure.
yeah, say whatever you want. Once again, thanks you for being there and having the time to make this happen. And say whatever you want to close this video. Is all yours.
No, thank you, Rev. But yeah, no, if you want more of me just shooting my mouth off over and over and over again, like I said, I can be found on Twitch at FinalBossAJ. I'm trying to get more consistent with my streams, but given my work, it's a little difficult. But be on there, doing battles and stuff. I'll be lurking in chats all over the place, so you can probably find me. Um, I am on Twitter, although I don't really use it anymore. It's at @A_J_Andrews. The underscores are in there because Twitter is dumb, and that's probably why I don't use it. Um, and yeah, I'm looking forward to these regional setup. I'm looking forward to seeing what metas Soph have in store, and you know, since I can't travel to Vancouver or Indy or all these other places, I'm just gonna have to take solace in just being the boss online, and just stopping opponents when they think they're ready to take on the final boss.
Seems good. For me, it seems perfect. Once again, AJ, thanks you for being here. And man, just kill them all with frostless and the water green thing that you have there that. I don't even know the name or the evolution or the Pokemon, but it's okay. It's okay. We are legends on the way to the regionals. That is the important part. So AJ, once again, thank you very much. So